Greetings! This is Zanno Thanalis, a 3,000-year-old vampire playing games, learning things, and making mistakes. Brief point of order. Last stream on Tuesday, the 20-something of November, was going to be a stream of singing and playing the guitar. I tried to mess around with some microphone settings to reduce some of the sound from like a fan. The laptop fan, messed up a bit too far, and ended up making all the songs after the first one basically unintelligible. If you don't care, fine, but I did unlist the video. It's available. Still find the link to it through my Twitter, which is in the description, I think, also on the somewhere in the main screen. If you care, if not, feel free to ignore it. Moving on, I don't spend too long on it. Yes, coming back to Your Turn to Die, or maybe we'll actually get to the second trial, though I am starting to lose some hope. Because last time I played, it started with a conversation where the floor master was like, yes, here's the roles for all the roles for the death game will be the same, but you have to look at them beforehand, you've got the opportunity to trade. Okay, so getting right into it. And then we did the entire 2-hour-long session and have not yet gotten to the actual trial. Maybe that'll change today, maybe not. I genuinely don't know. Let's, okay. Music is here. Good times should be had. Recap. Second trial. Didn't wander around lower for a bit. They found there's a chip that was in Ranger's head, which we managed to recover. And then there was a now got a laptop with a fake AI for submission on it, who needed her to steal the chip. So she worked with So to figure out to get a backup plan where she didn't believe the fake Mishima, but did steal the chip, and they're able to destroy the AI and try and hack into some of the files of the organization using the opportunity that it made to try and delete the information off the chip. I think. Also, last time we checked, I believe that Sarah at one point got traded with and became a sacrifice. And then I think it got traded away again, so she's no longer the sacrifice. I'm sure this will all be explained in probably a better way of what happened and how in the actual game. So after that horrible summary, let's try to get into it and see what we can pick up. Oh yeah, also Alice remembered something where the person that he killed to get locked in prison in the first place was someone named So Hiyori, I think. That's something else with the files I found on the laptop. So I wish I could remember better. I think we are heading back. This way, you two. Don't leave us, Woof, loner. But I wouldn't leave you behind. Come on, hurry. What? What's this? Meow? They're showing everybody, Woof. Huh? What's the matter, everyone? Oh, Madam Bored. You want to talk about something? You're awfully busy, it seems. Huh. How interesting. Looks like the AI control system broke too. Sure enough, the hacking was a complete success. Are we leaving them like this, Meow? If you want to say farewell, make it quick. I'll be in the lobby. Me? Talk to Gin first. Yawn. Woof. Why you wake me up, big sis Sarah? I'll talk if you'll play with me, Meow. Sorry, but there's no time to play. Yo, Sarah, what's up? Rico. What? You look like you've seen a ghost. Can't let Alice see this. It's you. Just so you know, I don't have time to talk. I'm in a hurry. Hello, well, if it isn't me. You got bags under your eyes. Are you not sleeping well? Monitor me is looking a lot healthier. And proceeds to judge me about it as well. He's pretty noisy around here. You need something from me, Sarah? Huh? Seems different somehow. This Kaiji has bags under his eyes that I don't think we see on the human one. A little odd. Now where is this? Like a bustin' fun time. Once again. It's like I'm having a party. Feels like he's having a party. Sarah, won't you talk with Kana? So, my sister told me this the other day, but, sorry, Kana, I don't have time for that now. So, Reiko doesn't seem to know that she's dead, but they're also not alarmed, because the AI Sarah wasn't alarmed by seeing herself, so knows that she's an AI in that way. Kana was talking very freely about her sister. So I wonder if something went wrong here and they don't have all the memories and the memories are weird in some way. Not sure. Alright, everybody, let's head for the exit. Wait, was just saying true? Explain later, there's no time now. Everyone, let's trust So. Whoever wants to escape, come to the stairs. If you want to stay, I won't stop you. I didn't say I wouldn't come along, you know. What are the long stairs? Where So knocks everyone out and takes all their tokens. Aha, so you all came. Is there a way to escape over here? If you doubt me, check whatever looks suspicious. Okay. Clearly this looks very suspicious. It says suspicious in the description. Vending machine opens. Passage appeared behind the vending machine. You got it, Miss Sarah. As far as I can see from the map data, the exit is straight ahead from here. The only doors keeping us from it are this vending machine and the last exit door. And both of those use the exact same security. So then, there's no reason it shouldn't open. Let's go, before the floor masters interfere. Right. Oh, I gotta click this time. I'm never sure when you have to move, when you have to click on a door. Beyond here might be a ray of hope. Prepare myself by saving. Oh, once again. Now, we just have to grab that hope. A little trippy. In the passage is an endless flight of stairs. Hurried yet careful, we advance step by step. Stay close to me, everybody. He's being so nice and, protagonisty. I don't trust it. So and Kana walk in front. Along the way, we notice doors on the sides. Lots of them, spaced some distance apart. Suppose these connect to the other floors. These are probably the victory stairs that only the survivors are allowed to climb. It must be built so that they can access these stairs no matter when the death game concludes. Oof. Hearing that makes me hope, whether or not I want to. For an exit. An exit. If there really is an exit like So says, have we been saved from this death game? Hey, big sis Sarah. What is it again? Even once we go home, you still see me, meow? Of course. Gin's lovely. Well, obviously. Really, Woof? Thank goodness, Woof. Yet, I'm not sure when you meet, you'll remember. Oh, right. Point of order. Alice got his memories of Reiko removed by Safalin's machine. So he still knows that she died. He just doesn't have a lot of the memories that would make it sad. So he's kind of over it in a way that is implied to be very unhealthy. You want to forget it all, Woof? Well, maybe. There's no way yet I could forget Meow. Yeah. Don't cry again. Things we lost, the despair put in us. There's a lot that won't go back to normal. But we'll get it back. Peace, our normal lives, that's real victory. we have not yet reached Chapter 3, Part 1, and I know this goes up to Chapter 3, like Part B, something like that. So this is all just so ominous, and because you know this isn't going to end well. Thanks, Sarah. I'm sure it'd be impossible alone. Even I know my own weakness. That's why we'll reclaim it together. Claim it. You're right. Our connections can't be cut easily. They're lasting bonds. Everyone, when you go back to life as usual, what will you do? Hadn't been thinking about it. What did I want to do when I got out of here? I want to finish that painting. I want to play video games at home, meow. Big sister should come too, woof. What about you, so? Huh? Go see a movie, maybe? The way that he wasn't thinking about it makes me wonder if he was preparing for the death game in some way. Knew what was going to happen, wanted to be here, something along those lines. There's something else in those files on the computer that he reacted very strongly to and like left the room afterwards. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was just the name Sohyor coming up. I can't remember. Goodness, I clearly should have reviewed that beforehand. Oh, that's great. Kinda wants to come with you. Hey, detective. Shouldn't you go along with them? Might be good. Really? Let's all go watch something together. I can't wait. What do you want to do, huh? Yeah? You not have anything, Mr. Policeman? I don't know, that feels weird wording on that one. I think, yeah, it's this like the safe answer that doesn't dig too deep into something. If you don't have anything to do, keep an eye on your health. Yeah, sure. Maybe I'll eat more veggies. That's good. Maybe you'll find something that makes you look sharper and does away with those bags under your eyes. Look sharper. Like this? That's somehow worse. The expression is so droopy. I see something. Huh? The exit? It's a traditional Japanese room. According to the floor map, this is the winner's room. Winner's room. You do poke around. Small shelves. Same thing. White sliding door conceals what's outside the windows. Long, clean table. Hallway. Up ahead is the exit, Miss Sarah. Last. Let's go. Right. We proceeded down the corridor. My heartbeat growing faster and faster. Hope, future, normality. Believing that all this lied just ahead. What awaited us was a solid wall of rock. It can't be. What the heck is this? This? This is the exit? Nothing but rocks. Almost like there'd been a landslide. Ridiculous. I mean, this means the exit is blocked? Security had indeed been neutralized. Without a door, there was no point. There was no hope. No. Don't be ridiculous. What in the world? We can't go home, meow? It can't be. This is all a lie. It's not a lie. Yes, guessed correctly. This is the truth you sought out. An external explosion was used to make a physical lid, long before the death game began. Darn you. Ahem. I have it this time. Please forgive my rudeness. I do not wish to use violence. Now, everyone, it's time to stop dreaming. You must win. Only for the victor will the path open. You have only a brief time left. Spend your last moments before the main game well. It's over. It's all over. All that's left is this card. I guess so, huh? Having hope. having it broken over and over. Clara, I think it's time you face reality. There was always only one choice. Which do you choose? I saved before going up the, so hopefully it works. I want to do this for the main story, but honestly, I think I might make a note and try and come back. Maybe like, at least like either come back like on my own time or a later point just to see, okay, do things change if I decide to trick the others? But I think with Sarah, I didn't see much of her normal life. I only got the brief thing with her being stalked and then family afterwards. So with Joe like having died, other people having like fallen, I think that Sarah's at a point where she's like kind of barely holding on in a lot of ways. She had a little like thing with Gin in the room before, kind of came to realization. I still don't think she's like entirely enough to be like, nah, I'm gonna throw them away so I can live. So that's her choice. Well, good luck. Before I knew it, everyone had gone off to do their own thing. Use this final time granted to us meaningfully. Oh yeah, Q-Tower got like hazed, right? An emergency exit sign. Certainly must be a door under these rocks. Kaiju's clearing rocks. Kaiji? Just can't find it in me to give up. Might be futile, but I'm gonna struggle. Fool. What can you do without heavy machinery? You're a fool beyond saving. Alice, too, began clearing the rubble. That's tsundere. Utah still passed out. Darn it, darn it! As many rocks as you move, there's no time. You have nothing else to do here. They'll probably head back. Just talk to people, see what they've got going on. A ring-up box. So it was deeply focused on the laptop, continuing to fiddle with it. He hasn't given up. So? Please, save us. The words came out unconsciously. There's nothing more I can do on my own power. If anyone can do something, it's so. Don't have enough time. A Rainer's chip right here. If I just another hour. All I might do now is hack the roll card data. Huh? Seems relevant. It's all over, isn't it? Now, I don't even have the energy to move. If I'd known about this, I wouldn't even want to see Hope. Can't find the words right now. Okay, yeah, so just these people to talk to. Means... Okay, we can't do anything there. And talk to him more. I mean... I can't talk to So anymore. Think that I'm not sure what to do because I've already talked to everyone else. Yeah, nothing new there. Wonder if I can open a way, even the tiniest gap. Don't flap your mouth and move your hands. This seems like it's on a whole other level than what could be accomplished by human strength. Okay, and no one else was on these stairs. Oh, somebody did change. Hold on. Did I just have to leave and come back? Big Sarah! I went looking around, meow. And did you find anything? There wasn't an exit or anything. But I found a smartphone on the stairs, meow. Huh? There wasn't anything like that when we came up. What exactly is on it? Meow! That sound! Card trade. Wait, I have the sacrifice, right? What in the world is this trade? Huh? What? What happened? Why did my sacrifice become a commoner? Thanks to Sarah? Uh, Kin, what is it? You just had a scary smile, meow. Sorry, it's nothing. More importantly, Kin, about the phone you found. Meow? Kin? Yeah. Sharp pain on my neck. The moment I felt that, my senses cut out. Is that just us getting kidnapped for the main game? Is this like an alternate universe we're seeing? What's happening here? No! Please stay with us. I'm done for. Hey, ain't there some way we can save him? With so much bleeding, I fear nothing can be done. Oh, you can't. Respond, please. Or is this a flashback because we know they can mess with memories? So is this something that happened before, and is that the death of the real Sohyo, or did I know Mishima and Kyutaro beforehand? Possibilities. Uh, did I just have some kind of dream? This place. Yeah, she was on the screen. Everyone, how are you feeling? I truly thank you for once again participating in the main game. I will limit detailed explanation, but I have one point of warning this time. It appears one of you lost your tablet. Due to the need for fingerprint identification, others cannot misuse it, but as it is a disadvantage to not know your own role, a spare tablet has been placed on your table. Please use it if you are the person in question. That is all for my warning. To proceed with the rules, please touch the screen. It's starting the second main game. We're finally here! We've made it! It's been so long! Extravagant feast. So move to. Nothing else to click. Save time. 32. Well then, allow me to explain the rules of the main game. The basic rules are that one person to be sacrificed will be chosen by majority votes. 2 parts, preliminary votes. So 4 people will be chosen for the preliminary. The final vote choosing one of those as the victim. Commoner, which does nothing. Keymaster, if they die, everyone else dies. Sage knows who the Keymaster is. Sacrifice, if they are chosen to die, live, and can bring some with them. If they aren't chosen, they will die. I can vote twice. Multiple people are tied for first. The sacrifice wins. The Keymaster is tied, then everyone dies. Okay. One Keymaster, Sage's sacrifice, everyone else. Hey, Gashu. Miley? Gashu, are you listening? Really gonna muck things up. Made a flagrant transgression, one that shakes the very core of the main game. You're trying to appropriate the main game for yourself. Apologies for the video malfunction. The main game will now begin. Please enter, everyone. What just happened there? Okay, so Miley has some complaints about things are being handled. Strange minutes. You're here. You're early, Kaiji. What was that earlier, meow? Hey, Gashu, I have the right to an explanation. Kinda feels like this won't be a normal main game. Says the person who, like 5 minutes ago, mentioned like, maybe I can hack the roll cards, and now he's like, something's gonna be different about this one. It's starting all over again. Oh my, what a bustling crowd. Did you call for me? You. What's the transgression Miley mentioned? Transgression? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. Understand that if there truly is a transgression, you should become clear in your discussion. Supposing one is discovered, it will be addressed. So he's saying, none of your business. If you figure it out, that's on you. Don't mock us, would you? You're the one deciding what counts as useful. I'd rather have Saflin in than Miley. Please call Saflin. She can hand down a judgment on any misconduct. Very well, if that will satisfy you. Because I think he would just disregard bringing Miley in entirely, and I don't think I want Miley here. Miley's a little more murderous than Gashu, I think, although I don't quite trust him either. Please, be our impartial judge. Why do you laugh? I am joyful. Such determination to have a fair slaughter, without having to worry over misconduct. Why you? Now then, with the second main game... Hang on. Oh, that was a rough one. Oh, very good. Darn it, so it's starting after all. Indeed, we have talked long enough. Now, we shall begin the second main game. An extremely heavy air dominates the space. Starting again, this horrifying game. Keeping quiet's only making time pass, guys. Let's at least decide our fate by our own hand, okay? Yeah. It's okay. We've walked this road before, haven't we? Then and now, it's totally different. We're allies by now. We spent way more time together. You still betrayed us like 2 episodes ago, my guy. You don't get to be like, well, we're all friends now. Then will you die? Let's find our resolve. You said that in the first main game, right, Kyutaro? Darn it. Everyone, the card designs have been displayed in the rulebook this time. So be aware that you cannot judge using knowledge of the designs as in the first main game. Well then, please spend this cruel and dense time to your heart's content. You quietly sat down in a chair, and once again, the main game began. Here we go. First, let's discuss that you have 4 candidates, who should survive and who can die. Okie dokie, seems you're ready. Kaiji Shinogi, you a fool or what? You've forgotten that unlike the first main game, there have been many card trades? There's no need for worthless suspicion. We can reason out the sacrifice in Keymaster. If everyone speaks honestly. For how much you talk of allies, are you not being rather suspicious? At the very least, the sacrifice can't tell the truth, now can they? So it's fine to start with finding 4 candidates. Because those who aren't candidates can be honest. Yep. And also, if we prove what everyone's cards are right now, voting is gonna be rough. It'll be pure blame throwing. That guy should die. This guy should die. It'll be cruel and leave no trace of any bonds we've got. I get it. Very well. It'll protect your pitiful bonds. I suppose I'll go along with this. And thus, allow me to say, so Hiyori, you're the most suspicious of all. Thank you, Alice, for filling your role of just tossing out accusations instantly. Always has a conversation starter, Alice. Huh? Please wait. So has contributed so much to helping us escape. Yet it doesn't change that he can't be trusted. Everything from his history on is unclear. Unless you yourself speak your true colors, I will continue to... Then I'm fine with being the first candidate. After all, Disclosure. And the sacrifice. What's that about? Were you listening? Talk about rules is for later. So just like, oh yeah, I know, I just don't care. Was there a rule against confessing your own? So I see. Sorry, Kaiji. I just didn't feel comfy letting you take the initiative. I know. I'll nominate the next suspicious person. How about that? Some no good idea again. So him claiming the sacrifice makes us not even want him to be a candidate for the second round. Because if he isn't, there's the option of him being voted, and in that case, everyone else dies. So claiming sacrifice is trying to get himself off. It still feels a little risky. And if he's nominating the next person, I'm tempted to agree just to go along with it and see where it goes. But we're not there yet, so I don't think so. You can't. An approach where whoever's chosen nominates the next person is just, huh? Are you panicking, Miss Sarah? I'm not panicking. I nominate Kana. Eh? That's why. I love how we oppose so, and he's like, oh, that's nice. I'm going to do it anyway. Everyone should already understand this. She's easily tricked, timid, and lacks ability. What does she even have besides sympathy? Wasn't it you who tricked and used her? Yeah, which is why I know better than anyone else. After using her so cruelly, is so trying to betray her? So, you're giving Kana time to vindicate herself. Huh? Sure thing. Let's have a discussion about Kana's actions during the death game, so that we can trust her. Kana, at first she just holed up in So's room. Kana Kazuchi typically acted with him. Only so Hiyori can prove her actions. Let's see. Kana was dead weight the whole time. What a hindrance. Hindrance? Kana looks like she's pretty shocked to hear that. I couldn't blame her. I'm sure you understand, Sarah. You can extract statements from them. And also, you've got a new weapon, too. Huh? You know, from when we were searching together? Your shrewd detective vision? When someone makes a statement, you might notice someone else having a reaction. I can do that? Love how he's the one explaining to Sarah what she can do. Oh, let's get to it, partner. Save, covering up this one. Because it's all just linear from here. So, Kana being confused, so insulting. Kutar saying that she was holed up. And then Alice saying that only So can verify what she was doing. Let's talk to Kana first. Kana isn't a hindrance. Okay, and that's it. Let's try, I want to save So for last, potentially, because that seemed very important. Talk about... Of course, I was Kana Kazuchi's conversation partner for a short time as well. But it could be said we didn't hit it off. I wasn't asking about that. Okay, that's all he's got. So, later in the trading phase, it did seem like she was acting alone. Is that true? But, well, through said latter half, I was knocked out, so I hardly got a clue. In that case, I can't rely on him. And arrive the last one. Okay, so we see a reaction there, so it is just showing up in the actual pictures. I've been getting fed up with having a useless helper, too. Just now, I felt like So's first statement caused some expression to change. Well, their expressions changed, I should check on them. So if I do that, I can then click on their picture. Okay. Hannah, are you too shocked to speak? It seems like she's trying to say something. In that case, I just have to inspire her heart. Quick, shonen speech time. Oh, wait, no. Not time for a speech, it's time for a quick time event. Come on, I know the pattern. Should not be this difficult. Come on, Kana. What should I say? Get mad? Did you not get in the way of the discussion, Miss Sarah? No good, I couldn't find the words. The cloud has gone down. I'm too bad at the minigame. Okay, let's try this once again. Do that. Do this. There is an option to enable auto click in the for the mini games in the settings, and I'm prepared to do that if necessary. But I'm hoping I can do so under my own power, at least somewhat first. And I once again failed. Hold on. Uh, I'm going to load just to get back the 20 cloud I spent. I refuse to lose by virtue of failing minigames. Okay, extract. Speed up through these just to get the information. And then check the expression. Okay. Giving the minigame one more time. It's hard with the touchpad, okay? As it doesn't work, that will turn on the auto click. Looking at this is a lot of times, right? Yes, okay. That was enough. Thank goodness. Kana, are you fine with him just saying that? It's fine, you can get mad. Let what's in your heart come right out. Kana, Kana, she isn't a hindrance at all. So is saying mean things just because you can do hacking, but wasn't Kana the one who did hacking first? Eh? Uh, hold your horses. How do you mean that? Um, uh, Kana did hacking? Never make yourself clear. Speak in a little more detail if you can. Uh, okay. Kana did some hacking before, so did any of his hacking. What kind of hacking was it? I figured out a password. Breaking into someone else's things, that's called hacking, right? Does this mean Kana is adept with computers too? Can't call something like that hacking. Don't misuse words you only just learned. Alright, Sarah, let's advance the discussion like this. Yes. Extract statements to expand the discussion. Present items to use as evidence, or have statements duke it out to find discrepancies. Okay, I don't think we're going to get much from this. Yeah, what password could have been? When I heard that, I could only think of the password to start up the laptop. Probably should have read a bit more of that, but I skipped through it a bit there. So, got the password to the laptop. It's really concerning. We don't have much time for discussion. Then how about you explain everything yourself, so? Haha, I am explaining. Explaining what a useless girl Kana is. Okay. So I've been fretting about it since yesterday. He's going, I don't know the password, taking his beanie off and putting it on. Suddenly I looked at So's hands and was struck by how clean he kept them even in these circumstances. And then I had an epiphany. There might be traces from the password being typed. So I figured out the password from finger marks left on the keys. Very handy. Finger marks left behind. Rulebook. Papers. Security footage. Gun. Victim video. Okay, none of those are relevant right now. So for putting things into... Let's try first. Okay, that's the same. So I'm going to see if I can put these two into conflict. If this is what's relevant here, or if it's... Okay, there we go. Kana, could it be that you didn't use the laptop to hack, but rather you solved the password for the laptop itself? Yes, that is what she said. Yes! See, before the laptop was handed to So, I was the last one to enter the password. My fingers left marks, little bits of dirt from when I pressed the keys. When did you solve the password? It was before the trading phase began. Hold on a sec. Don't you think that sounds funny, Sarah? It does, because So came to us saying that he needed the password. That it does, it's unusual. Because we thought So shared the laptop so that he could learn the password from us. But according to you, you peeked inside before sharing the laptop with everybody. Yes. Then there was no reason to join forces? That's wrong. So wanted an opportunity to reconcile with everyone. Kinda sorry to say, but there's another reason. Eh? Why did So share the laptop with us? Yeah, it's definitely not either one of these top two. To look in the Sarah folder on the laptop. Yep, that's gotta be it. The Sarah folder had a separate password. It was the name of Sarah's mother. You gotta be kidding. So, you accepted my deal without saying nothing about this. Huh? Uh-huh. What of it? Why, you... Hold on a second. What deal is this? Don't sweat it. It's just between us. I don't think so. I thought it was strange from the get-go. But it seems there was a deal going on behind the sharing of the laptop. I'll have you tell us everything about this suspicious deal. I went to Soa and asked him to share the laptop. I was surprised. Yutar said he would give me his tokens in exchange. The two talked to each other, separated by Soa's bedroom door. Kinda heard it too. Okay, it's your honest perspective on it first, then. So said, that's not a bad deal. And he also said, maybe we'll reconcile. So kinda got really happy. Gonna still believes in the goodness in So. I believe there is goodness in So. I just don't think we're going to get it. We're going to get to it just yet. This is like a chapter 3, chapter 4 kind of thing. I mean, I had a responsibility, you know. When the token gather and subgame started, I gathered more tokens than anybody to survive. Even the laptop I managed to get my hands on, I handed it over in exchange for Soul's token. I was possessed by the need for tokens back then, you hear? That really the only reason? Obviously. Think Soul blackmailed me or something? There ain't nothing. Blackmail? Is there really nothing? Let's see. I didn't intend to hear him out, but Qtar was so serious I just couldn't turn him down. And it turned out to be a good trade. Don't give me that scary look. You benefited from getting to see the laptop for free, right, Miss Sarah? I didn't see anyone's expression change. Yeah, no change there. Probably putting them into conflict, but who? I think the fact that he didn't blackmail him, I don't think conflicts, but it might... Okay, nope, not that one. His statement is these tokens, a blackmail or something. Okay, let's try this one. I like putting these two in conflict. Then has to be these last two. Statement. Okay, that's not it. That's... Is it an item then? I may should have checked. Oh, it says right there, so witnessed Qtar placing the cards. Goodness. It definitely should have checked the items. Before losing 30 clout. Qtara, was there really no opportunity for blackmail? What you saying? We acquired a certain video. Footage from the first floor security cameras. I didn't know there was such a thing. It was all clearly pictured. Qtaro placing the roll cards. And so, seeing him do it. If this isn't blackmail material, what is? No way. Qtar was the one who placed the cards? Muscle Gorilla was a traitor, meow? Ugh, traitor. Is that really the case? Or was there some other circumstance? Ironically, it's because of my improved intuition that I don't understand. Could someone like Qtar be a traitor? Why'd you do a thing like that? Where'd you get the cards, Qtaro? Please say something, Qtaro. Security cameras. What? Are you sure? Something like that? We should have searched every inch of the first floor. Did anybody find any security cameras? I mean, I feel like the footage is proof, but he's going to just say that it's made up. We don't have any proof, we're just saying things. Whether we discovered any cameras isn't what's important here. You were caught on camera, that's the only proof we need. Must be a puppet show. Eh? If you think about it, we've been getting tricked left and right. Fake Reiko, fake Mishima AI. The kidnappers can move around fakes of us whenever and however they like. You mean? Looks like you got tricked, Sarah. Script by the kidnappers, actors are fakes. Bail for a fake movie put on by dolls. Which is a valid point. But I don't think I'm inclined to believe anything you say when you've got to look like like a villain from an action movie. Like the king's vizier who's so obviously the mastermind. I don't know what you guys saw, but it was all a trap, I tell you. Learn your lesson. But talk about a disadvantage. Preparing fakes to trick us with was a stellar move by our enemies, huh? And can't take Qtaro lightly either. Look, you've been talked down for once, Miss Sarah. Anyway, I told you about the deal between me and So. And I mean, after we all looked at the laptop, I was passed out the whole time. Gotta be somebody more suspicious than me. Interesting question. Because there's definitely something on Qtaro, but I don't think that we can give up just yet. Or, sorry, I don't think we can use it just yet. We have to give up and then come back to it later. I understand. Wait, meow! Why was Muscle Gorilla passed out and moved rubble in the first place, Woof? Well, I don't remember. No way. It's true. Got no memory from the moment I entered that room. When I woke up, it was the main game. That's a rude awakening. So surely someone else knocked him out. Maybe we should find who did it, meow. It gotta be a villain, Woof. Last time I saw Qtaro healthy, wasn't it when we were looking at the laptop? Then, after the sacrifice was passed to me, I started to panic and ran off to get tokens. I didn't see Qtaro after that. I can determine everyone's actions at that time. Hahaha, interesting. Why don't we all give our alibis at that time? When we shared the laptop, there were 6 of us in the lobby. Me, So, Kana, Sara, KG, and Alice. Sarah Chidowin. We continued to look at the laptop after you took off running, though there wasn't much. After we were done looking at it, Kana went to deliver the laptop to So. Your friendly policeman stayed in the lobby for a little while. I wasn't feeling well and ran to the bathroom, and talked with Miss Now on the way back. Right. I talked with So about our plan to hack the fake Professor Mishima. I was searching the pitch-black first floor, meow. There's a lot going on here. Let's find out what Gin's got. If there's a nuisance in the way, the laughing doll Sue mainly, meow. It was scary, woof. Gin was on the first floor until I reunited with him in the room of ice. He did come out of nowhere just a little bit. What was Alice's statement? Wasn't much else in the laptop. Just confirm that. After our viewing, we went searching on our own again. I'll tell you this, I'm not the culprit. Don't judge based on appearance and imprisonment. Qtaro. After the sound of the train, you leave in Sarah. And I missed the second line. After talking to KG in the lobby, I went to the room of rubble, then lost consciousness. I want to say I couldn't move all of a sudden and bumped my head on the wall, but... I think I might be able to present the taser. Do I have the taser? As I do. I've got that as an item I can try and present to Kutaro. We want to go around more first. I think it's because that plan went well that our escape plan could progress. So was really dependable then. Yet... People came by the lobby now and then, so I can verify their alibis. Any other questions, cute little detective? He's kinda in high spirits. Seems oddly excited about all of this. So was talking with now in the ruined corridor. About what? Sorry, Kana just gave So the laptop and left right away, so... She was worried about Sarah, so Kana went looking around for her alone. Is that so? No, this is so. Specifically, we talked about our hacking plan. Kana came to deliver the laptop during our chat. I thought about having Kana join the plan, but she promptly went off somewhere. That's my alibi, pretty much. Pretty amazing you could knock out Kutaro. Stun guns are dangerous stuff. Huh? That statement just now. Is this a thing of like, oh, how did he know it was a stun gun? So maybe I present the stun gun to, just to So. There we go, okay. You know the weapon used well, So. Huh? I quietly took the stun gun from the scene. So only Gin and I knew that Kutaro was attacked with the stun gun. The only other person who could know is the culprit. Objection! Haha, a most unexpected slip-up. This is gonna be something where, like, So came along, saw, and was just like, you know what? Not my business, and just left. So he already used the stun gun to knock Kutaro Hamburger out. Yes, it was you! I give. Found me out so easily. So, sorry, I didn't want anyone getting in the way of the hacking plan we were preparing. When he suddenly entered the room, I went and used it without thinking. Where do you find a dangerous thing like that, meow? Can't seem to recall. Meow? Feels off. You'd really have to be at your wit's end to use a single-use stun gun. There's something more going on between Kutaro and So? That's enough. Just knowing who the culprit was is enough. I can't... Might be pointless to push any further. So's got no intention of explaining himself. For now, we should spare time for someone else. Indeed. Only now do we have the time to suspect each other. Even if it's hard to say, we have to say it. You mean, doubting so we can trust me out? That's right. Be brave and talk, everybody. Let's discuss if there's anyone besides So who's acted suspicious. If I have to say something, Naoyakora's actions had me wondering a bit. She's in the room of lies for quite a while. There's this video I've been curious about. So there's a certain someone I suspect a little. Actually, while I was searching the dark first floor, I saw a weird video, meow. Pretty curious about Gin's actions myself. Why'd he know how to get to the first floor? Let's talk to Gin. There was a guy with glasses. It's been like an axe swung at his head. Then he said Big Sis Sarah's name. Can't be that video? Of course, I don't suspect you or anything, meow. I got scared and left the room right away, but I'm sure that was a victim video, meow. Him noticing a secret door just by searching the room rubble had me tilting my head a bit. Need a better nose than a police dog to do that. Gin has a sense of smell both a dog and a cat, then. Sarah's just running with this. But But Gin's not a cat and a dog. Gin is a human child. And I don't think there's a normal explanation for why he would have such an advanced sense of smell. Unless there's some like human experimentation kind of shenanigans going on here. Just as a reminder, Gin's a human. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Okay. Actually, this video, when I first watched it, I was too scared to look. So I used the fake Professor Mishima's monitor to play it again. What sort of video was this? Well... Hospital was just faked, right? So I don't want to say anything irresponsible. I won't know unless you tell me. Well, look, it's that video I watched with you before, Sarah. Video I saw with her. I'd present the victim video to her. On top of Alice first. Yet now strangeness is easily explained by the professor of the fake Mishima. There's no reason to suspect it now, Egokoro. Seems kind of favor now. So, Alice was just like, I suspect now, and immediately afterwards like, never mind, here's an explanation why I don't actually suspect her. Okay, victim video. Sent this to you, I think. Yep, okay. Starting to get the hang of this. Now, you're talking about this victim video, aren't you? Ah, the one I dropped. Yes, that's exactly right. There's a woman tied up by chains, and this terrifying device started up. Just like that, the woman died. And there's a man in front laughing. From behind, he looked like the policeman. Ugh. To me, it looked like he left the woman to die. Ah, shocking story. But it could always be a forgery. Then why don't we ask? Kaiji, is that video real? Or do you deny it? I'm doubting you so we can believe you. Kaiji. I'll protect him. He seems handy and nice and trustworthy. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Wait, please. Kaiji is... Stop, Sarah. There's no reason for you to protect me. He's right. In fact, Miss Sarah, you should press the issue for us. What? I'm sure even Kaiji will open his mouth for his dear Miss Sarah. Expose the true colors he's kept hidden for so long. I'm counting on you. Expose Kaiji by my own hand. I mean, can't say I'm not curious. I didn't want to fight you, Sarah, but, well... He's just going along with it. He's like, guess we're doing this now. Can't let him mislead me. I'll choose words I can refute. Let's discuss the victim video now, Saw. How about? Let's see. Sakurai's videos show the first trials. Everybody knows his first trial. Hard to believe I show up in the video. No, none of us have heard about what your first trial was yet, Kaiji. Please, don't lie like so. Boy, a shocking comparison to hear. Sorry, I'll reflect on it. Scaredy Cat, now let me look right at the video. Bird hides in fear, so she saw it alone, I saw it with her. Unfortunately, I also watched it with her once in the monitor room. There's no mistake, Kaiji. So I see. This is all correct, though. We did not. That is true. I think I'll choose this one just because... Yeah, that one. The suspect so you can trust. It's you who said to suspect each other so we could trust each other. If we only used concrete information, that wouldn't be suspecting, it'd just be facts. Could be some sort of fake movie. Suspected to turn out and believe. This one. Generally good point to make. I think there is some difference, though, the fact that it's the victim video. There isn't zero difference between them. Security camera footage had no sound. I admit it's weak evidence, but you can't talk about them like they're identical. Oof, makes some sense. Okie dokie, I'll admit that. No relation between a woman and me. One woman would do the first trial as a pair. It's sort of connection. There is, they're both policemen. About that. The woman in the video is wearing a police uniform. You're a policeman too, Kaiji. Is this just a coincidence? I give. Cool, I don't think I got any wrong. I'm quite proud of that. I did good at a minigame for once. I give up. Can't beat you, Sarah. Please, tell us everything, Kaiji. The video is real. The victim video that now saw, and it was also my first trial. The woman's name was Megami Sasahara. He's my boss ever since I joined the force. But we know that he's an ex-policeman by now. He had black hair at one point? My goodness. I'm Kaiji Shinogi. I've been assigned here starting this week. It's good to meet you. Good to meet you too. I'm Megami Sasahara. I suppose that this makes me your trainer. Oh well, pretty impressive for your age, Shinogi. Yes, ma'am. It might be a bit too serious. Even if you have stamina, you have to think about how to spend it, or it won't last. I heard you were rather elite, Miss Megami. Why would you, serve the trainer for the likes of me? I wonder indeed. I have high hopes for you. Yes, ma'am. But then came the day of my nightmares. I shot a person. The criminal in a certain case. Miss Megami. What? Why am I not being punished? I've killed a person. Self-defense? Yes. But the criminal wasn't even holding a weapon. That's just what the law says. You've done nothing wrong. Miss Megami, I heard you made a backroom deal. So what? Get back to your duty, your police. She's the benefactor who protected me. I'll never forget it. I owed her the worst kind of debt. Left her to die? No, But I killed her. Begging me. It's your policeman! Get a hold of yourself, meow! Wait. Is Gin's role here basically to be like a therapy animal? To like snap people out of like whatever episodes they're going into? This happened several times by now. Sorry for keeping quiet, everyone. Truth is, your friendly policeman's not a policeman anymore. IG. I'm surprised. What a dangerous individual we've had lurking in our midst. If you vote for me, I won't complain. No. Everyone. Speaking of voting, I think it's about time to decide who you'll vote for and which four should enter the final vote. Meow? No, wait, that was way too quick. Well, you need time to work out the card trades this time, you see. Precisely. Choosing a victim without a satisfactory discussion is not an outcome we desire either. Ah. And what to do? Kyutaro, so, Kaiji. Can't rightly say you're not suspicious. But hold up. Don't we need one more person, though? Troubling, huh? It's down to 3 options, it'll make our choices that much narrower. You guys suspect someone again, Wolf? And maybe it's better to think of who to leave out from the final vote, meow? Who to leave out? Yeah, process of elimination. That's a good idea again. Really, Wolf? If you aren't chosen in the preliminary vote or dropped out because you can no longer be chosen, there's no need to lie anymore. Indeed, that could be our greatest ally. Of course, if you're the sacrifice, it works against you. Got it, Wolf. Let's talk about who we want to leave out, meow. I think Big Sis should be left out, meow. Because she's super dependable for reasoning, Woof. We should leave out someone with lots of tokens, like Kyutaro. How about we leave out Gin since he doesn't have any tokens? We shouldn't be selecting Gin or Kana. Sacrificing the kid's no good at all. So should be left out. He did say he had the sacrifice at the start. I have to say, I'd be glad if Sarah was left out. Right. If we're leaving someone out, I think I'd say Miss Sarah too. Okay, so looks like I'm probably safe this time. But, some of the questions include quick save. can cover this one up. One of the big questions is whether So actually is a sacrifice or not. Who said that? Yeah, okay, let's check with this. His suspicious actions have had a purpose. By earning hate and losing trust, he's been gathering votes toward himself. It's best we simply leave him out and have him sit in the corner of the room. If he's a sacrifice, he can vote twice for himself, though. He'll end up being selected. Indeed? Oh, how nasty. That's only if he wants to be selected, though. Which he would if he's actually the sacrifice, which I still doubt. But if he is, then yes, he'd want to make sure he was selected. That's his only chance of not dying. Let's see. Everyone who thinks I should be out. Fine. I think I want to discuss why Qtar should be left out. There's been a bunch of card trading this time. Possible Qtar with all his tokens was involved in at least one trade. And him giving his tokens to So, that subject could really influence the discussion. We should leave him out to extract info. Reasonable, honestly. Let's see. Just listen. The best person to leave out is someone who's very likely to have the sacrifice. If the sacrifice comes around to you, you can trade it away if you have tokens, right? But Gin has 0 tokens. If Gin had the sacrifice even once, he wouldn't be able to trade it. So there's a high chance that he's a sacrifice? A fair point. And also, X-Ward protects Big Sis Sarah, meow. And I believe in you, meow. It is too good for this world. I reason, because you're the one I want to live most. No matter what. And there's the guilt kicking in. Let's see. I ain't trying to look like a good person. I just feel like once we lose our sensibilities, we're going to turn into demons. If it's going to come to that, then pick me, Sarah. Because you're so darn cute. Gosh, thanks, So. What do you think I was going to say? When our escape failed, I looked at you and had a thought. He's acting kind of strange. You had this desperate look, as if you had the sacrifice. And on top of that, the last-minute trade right after our escape failed. There's a tad suspicious, isn't it? I want to know the truth about you, Miss Sarah. So, at least what Gin is saying, not Gin, sorry, what So is saying is that So thinks we are still the sacrifice, or that we traded it away, and it was traded away from us, but we didn't do it ourselves, and the pop-up box was in the room with So. So should know who did the trade, unless he left at some point for some reason. Okay. I think we've talked to everyone. Trying to see if there's anyone I can put in conflict. So leave out Sarah. Oh. There's something I missed at first. Qtaro, is something the matter? There had been a trade just before the main game. Is that true? Huh. Yes, it's true. Which means, yeah, just maybe. I figured out who's got the sacrifice. Meow? What? How could he possibly know that from what we just... Qtaro. I know. Everybody listen up. Disclosure. I'm the Keymaster. Huh? The fact that Now was surprised by that, and only now. Yeah, I'm daring to say it before voting. But just all of a sudden, I can't tell where you're going with this. You would say that, huh, Sarah? Huh? Sorry for taking the Keymaster from ya. Does he mean... The sacrifice card you got sent was mine, Sarah. It's Qtaro sent me the sacrifice? You still got the sacrifice now, ain't that right? So... Qtar, when he did that, did not know that we had the Keymaster. But if he's telling the truth here, all he knew that he had the sacrifice and didn't want it, and decided the best person to trade it to, the person who would be to get traded to me. I don't know if that's because they thought that I would have tokens and could get rid of it, or because he wanted me to be at risk. What's he talking about? I have a commoner card now. Qtar's making a false accusation here. Stay calm. What do I do? We want to make sure the sacrifice is out of the final four. Right now, if I think I have the sacrifice, I'll be out of the final four. But there's more risk of the actual sacrifice being within. So I have to explain myself and hope to find out who actually has it. And then make sure that they're kept out of the final four. I absolutely don't have the sacrifice. So relax, everyone. You can vote for... Huh? Now that I think about it, being thought of as a sacrifice is better than not getting votes. I'm actually not sure anymore if there's any good reason to deny it. Well, just nobody vote for Miss Sarah. That'll be fine, right? If nobody votes yet, she becomes a candidate. That proves she's a sacrifice with a double vote. I would like that, but... it's about time we proceed with the vote. Please wait. Can we decide on such an important vote with so much still unclear? We can't just sort it out in such a short time. What do we do? One of these candidates is going to end up the victim, remember? We really should discuss some more. We sure don't know when to give up. Time is up. Please select the four who will remain for the final vote. Enter your votes, please. Choose who to vote for. One possibility that hasn't been discussed is that going back to when So mentioned he could hack the roll cards. It's possible that what he did end up pretending like there was a trade, but actually, like the cards didn't shift around, so I am still the sacrifice. But that would be a wild twist and one that I don't think makes sense to try and guess to like vote for myself at this point in time. Makes more sense to vote for someone here who might have. I think I'm going to vote for Alice. I don't know how much this actually makes a difference. Yeah, clearly I got that one wrong. First vote is over. I wasn't chosen. Relief. Feel my strained nerves loosening. But why these four? Sarah, you... It's just like I said, I'm not the sacrifice, I'm a commoner. Ugh. Four will advance to the final vote. So Hiyori. Kana Kazuchi. Kaiji Shinogi. Nao Egokoro. Why me? This isn't right. I know this to spare myself. You can't want to have a conversation when you feel like this. Which is why it's my role to inspire them. Like Kaiji did for me in the first main game. Sure, pep talk, okay. Let's do this. Lift your heads up. We've always done when we had to do. No matter how cruel it is, you can't stop. But, Kana, we're not your enemies. Even if someone is the sacrifice, we move in the same direction. We talk and we advance the discussion. Sarah. Right you are. The real battle begins here. Everyone. Alright. First, it's time for those of us who weren't picked to guide the discussion. Incidentally, I am a commoner. Be at ease. Alice is a commoner too? Most of them are commoners. Muscle Gorilla. It's not the time to shrivel up, meow. Let's remember the card trades in order, woof. Yeah. Now, please grasp your fate with your own hands. May you not all perish. Now we will have an in-depth discussion on the card trade. Understood? Stripey, leave us to us, meow. Couple more typos than usual. Yashu quietly sat in the chair again. There were 4 trades made in total. That ain't that many. By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way, woof. Didn't get traded with even once, meow. Trading cards requires 50 tokens. Not as if just anyone could do it. Talk about that first. The token ranking, as I recall, with Kyubei Taro Hamburger in first, Ginabushi in last. Naogakura was also low ranking. Of the 4 candidates, I suppose Nao was the only one who lacked the tokens to make a trade. Can't. I don't think I can conflict that just yet, unless we bring up how Qtaro traded his tokens just so. But we don't have that here to like versus just yet. Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. What you got, huh? My heart was pounding, wondering when I get past a bad card, meow. But my roll didn't change up to the very end, woof. I made it through all 5 trades, meow. Okay, that's a clear contradiction. Because he was unconscious for one of them, probably. Muscle Gorilla, that's wrong, meow. What? There were 5 trades, woof. I'm glad they remember, because I do not remember how many trades there were. 5? Wait, by my memory there were 3 trades. And I heard there was one just before the main game. I get it. You misunderstood, Qtaro. There were 2 trades while you were out. What? That don't make no sense. That's our lame, meow. Sorry, but nobody's given me an explanation. Well, that's on us. Sorry, buddy. Kyubitaro Hamburger, when was it you passed Sarah Chidorin the sacrifice card? In fact, you had the sacrifice to start. That ain't it. The first card I had was Commoner. I get it. That tells me most of the trades. What? I don't have a clue, woof. Why's that, meow? Because your friendly policeman made the first trade. What did you say? Who you trade with and what? I gave Sarah the Keymaster. Knew it. He was also the one who stopped by to ask a question and then did that as a sign of trust. Then what card does Sarah start with? No reason to lie, but yeah, I'm on the outside. There's no reason to lie that I can think of at least. At first, I was a commoner. You traded Keymaster for a commoner, meow? And I deepened our trust doing it. Let's do a little sort out. In the first trade, I passed the Keymaster into Sarah's hand. In the second trade, what got traded? Has to be this one because Qtaro giving me the card was a third trade. Exactly. Someone's sacrifice was swapped with Qtaro's commoner. And in the third trade, Sarah's Keymaster and Qtaro's sacrifice were swapped. Yep, that's what it'd mean. Let's look, Gorilla. Tell us everything you can remember, meow. You have an obligation to properly explain to us the third trade. At the time of the third trade, I was searching the first floor alone, meow. So I want to know the situation, woof. I shall tell you. The third trade occurred when everyone was sharing the laptop. These trades, I better keep them sorted out in my head, too. Now, sort out the details of the trades. Okay, let's do that now. Let's get all this straight. Top row of this table is what cards everyone had to start with. Those further to the right had more tokens to spend, broad strokes at least. Next row is what cards everyone had after the first trade. Below that is after the second trade, after the third trade, and so on and so forth. Bottom row is after the fifth trade. In other words, the rolls I ended up with. Of course, this is all guesswork. I'll rework it if new information comes up. Because we don't know about this sacrifice. Fifth trade by. Could be as usual, but nothing. Okay. Good to know. I don't think we can do anything with it yet, though. I'll make a save. Just so I don't lose any progress. Okay, what we do? First floor alone. I want to find out what happened here, because everyone was sharing the laptop. Then wasn't like So the only one who had left the room? Because he had to go to the bathroom. Qtaro was still there. Remembering that photo on the laptop still makes my heart quake. What's important now is that card trade. Huh. In the end, it was mutual betrayal. Qtaro hamburger, despite being right there, traded his sacrifice to you. You're a cold-blooded man. Don't speak of bonds to me. Huh? Something strange here. Yeah, the fact that it happened while he was there. I was off doing all this stuff by myself, meow. I didn't get to see the laptop. What stuff do you do exactly? It's not relevant right now, woof. Fair point, we're on a time crunch. Oh, why aren't you talking? See. Do. Here we go. I just had to try and, try it again to get the reaction. Why wouldn't you deny it, Qtaro? What? I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. If you just went on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? Could he be hiding? Oh no. I'm just hoping I can get as a passive passes by. Okay, good, that was enough. First try. Be silent as you want, it's no use. I spit it all out, Qtaro. Very contradictory. I meant to cooperate with Sarah, with everyone, but I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic. Pathetic adults. The third trade, my sacrifice being sent to Sarah. It wasn't me, it was So's doing. Say what? I don't know what you're talking about. So knew. He knew I had the sacrifice. What? When everybody was sharing the laptop, So wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to use a ring-up box to trade my sacrifice and Sarah's keymaster. Don't know a thing about that. Oh, wait a second. He chose 2 other people to make them trade? You can do that? It must be possible, huh? So you can say that with confidence. So, isn't it about time you confess? Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop. Such a deeply suspicious individual, Kaiji. Okay. How about I hear the truth from your mouth? About what? In the statements these two give, I should either affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. Qtaro couldn't do the third trade. Affirm. Question is, how do you know the sacrifice? Rolling on ahead with the assumption that I knew, huh? Learn about via hacking. Take a peek at that. You can't look at someone else's. Oh yeah? And I guess I couldn't have done it. Is my suspicion cleared? No, wait. What? Okay. Qtaro wanted to negotiate with So, and as condition for his trade, he showed So his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. It's an act of imagination, Miss Sarah. How about you use that imagination? No. How about you use that imagination to consider what their negotiation was like? Start to negotiate outside his bedroom door. Rewatching what? Affirm this, I think, again. Exactly, we watched you do it. Are you talking about some fake video again? Find some more solid evidence, Miss Sarah. Okay, start over. Couldn't do the third trade. Firm. Not questioning hacking. No, we affirmed he could. We affirmed he could have taken a peek. He didn't, did he? Then I thought I did it inside. No, negotiating through a door is just strange. Think about Mr. Policeman's feelings. I didn't mean to imply you, Kaiji. Get a room, you two. That wasn't it, I guess. By affirming it? How did So react to Q-Tar's proposition? Let's see. I am that. No, you were brave. Nah, someone like a puppy. Miss Sarah, don't lump strangers in with weirdly powerful high school girls like yourself. What do you mean weirdly powerful? He had the stun gun at the time, so he would have had reason to be brave enough. I think I deny that because we have the Kana's testimony. No, I'm sure So was on guard. Q-Tar had taken the laptop from him once before. So wouldn't let him in the room, no questions asked. Then they make a deal through the door? How amusing. Slip the tab under the door. You consider I might betray him. Yes, but you had blackmail anyway. Of course he must have considered betrayal. Then he wouldn't risk it, would he? Let's see. Yeah, must be pretty pure, huh? He has the eyes of a young boy. Hey, can you be serious here? That's not it. So the bounce, start over. Okay. Affirm that. Affirm that. Yes, affirm that. Deny that. Okay. Honestly, that makes sense. That's it exactly. Like Q-Tar did to propose his deal. So must have been fairly wary of Q-Taro, who could best him using force. But Q-Tar informed him that he would sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet. So, you would get another objective by getting more tokens. Control the sacrifice as you want it. You got it. After the second trade, me and Kyan were working on the escape plan. I heard Q-Tower through the door. Want to make a deal, he said. I didn't care to listen, but he set his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as offering up info just so I'd share the laptop. What do you know? Sarah, you saw that 1F security footage, right? Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I tell ya. They told me, set up the props used for the death game. And it's true? You set up the cards? Yeah. Of course I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. I took the sage card I just placed around him. That's why I at least wanted to get Kai's laptop back one more time. Such an emotional story. That's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens. 100, meow? That's enough for 2 trades. Are you insane? But you left yourself enough for just 1 trade. How cunning. Pretending to risk your life, but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. Say again. All told, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Of course it was so. Goodness, why are you like this? Is that the truth of the third trade? Haha. I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do this all to me? But you went above and beyond my expectations. Huh? The fourth trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? What do you mean by that? I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? Better to use actual evidence here. I didn't even have enough tokens. I couldn't do any trades. No tokens? That's hard to believe. Quiet, loner. I was with Big Sis Sarah for the fourth trade, woof. So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then. Well then. Must have been an ally who did it for you. Kaiji, you took the sacrifice from Miss Sarah, didn't you? What? What's the meaning of this? It's really very simple. The two of them were accomplices. Ahem? Miss Sarah and Kaiji formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game by way of said sacrifice. They schemed to escape by working together and having Kaiji win the vote. I suspect the fifth trade that followed was Miss Sarah and Kaiji making a bluff. They just picked two random commoners to have trade. Then you say Kaiji Shinogi has a sacrifice? That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the fifth trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everyone by the nose. My reasoning is correct. Kaiji is the sacrifice, and the sage is... Miss Now, perhaps? I'm the sage? Yep. So may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time. Wait a second. At the start you said you were the sacrifice. Yep, that was a lie. I'm a commoner. Surprise, surprise, So has lied. No way. And wouldn't you be in the same boat as me? I see. Guess choosing anybody but Kaiji is the same in the end. Then let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable. So... Enough. Been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Here's a friendly little police report. I long since used up all my tokens. And you want me to just believe that? So, you're just dying to say I ended up being a sacrifice, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm the keymaster. Huh? What are you saying? Keymaster's Kyutaro, though. It's like we got him good. My real role is Sage. I always love when Soag does like confused expression on his face. It just makes me just feel all glowy inside. Kyutaro's the Sage? Ridiculous, that's impossible. It's possible, alright. And as the Sage, I'm making an announcement. Kaiji's without a doubt the Keymaster. Can't be true, that's all. You're on the right track to think accomplices. But it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with. It was Kyutaro. What? Let's tell the truth of the fourth trade, shall we? The trade between Mr. Policeman and Kyutaro. First, when Soba shaved me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard what happened, I proposed to Kyutaro that we team up. So in the fourth trade, you two traded your cards? That fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now, meow. Hold on, Kyutaro, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? Did Kaiji knock out Kyutaro then? With permission so he could do the trade using his tablet? Or no, he wouldn't have to. Because you can trade someone else's cards. I mean, Kaiji could do the trade himself, but When I learned about the sacrifice incident, I proposed to Kyutaro that we team up. That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Kyutaro, and we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Kyutaro's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Kyutaro was passed out. Seems Kyutaro figured it out during the main game, and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of that card, even my noticing of Kyutaro's Keymaster. What is that card he's talking about? Okay, this seems to automatically update. Oh. That's a little odd. I'm not sure why they have Reiko here, considering that she is grayed out and dead. Okay. Did I say anything strange? Yeah, what is that card? I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with the desire to see justice carried out, meow. He used a whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner, woof. Huh? Before, Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the 4th trade, meow. Then he couldn't have traded, woof. Good point. Seeing you acting funny, Sarah, I was convinced. Sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Had you noticed me then and came to talk? He persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what Soul was thinking after all. So I trusted Kaiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. All of them. Okay, that means that then we put these two into conflict. You gave him all your tokens, meow? Sure did. It seems like that landed way outside Soa's ballpark. Shut up! Running out of leeway, are we? I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Kaiji, why are you able to know about Q-Tower having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh. So you still don't know. Okie dokie. Let's resume the discussion. Able to extract a new statement from So, I just have to keep going. Right? Is that the new statement? Do I have to put these two into conflict then? Try this. That seems to be the big thing here. The power of that card. You don't mean... Yeah, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course. Sage could use clairvoyance even outside of the main game? That's what the tablets are for. Intentionally didn't mention it. Unraveled all the mysteries now? This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Q-Tower's Keymaster. Then I made the 4th trade to swap Q-Tower's Keymaster and my Sage. And now, there isn't yet a need to discuss the 5th trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed, I'm a commoner. Any other questions? No, there's something odd about Kaiji's story. It's become clear if I look back on the trade so far. How did Kaiji get the Sage? The card I had at first was Commoner, Kaiji's was the Keymaster. And in the first trade, Keymaster was sent to me and my Commoner to Kaiji. Unless, because you can trade someone else's cards, Kaiji started off with the Sage, and then just traded someone else's Commoner, or just traded, so knew who the Keymaster was, and just traded their card with Sarah. So someone else started off as a Keymaster, not Kaiji. Second trade. Second sacrifice went to Kitaro. Third trade. Sacrifice shifted to me. Kitaro got the Keymaster. 4th trade. Rest went to Kaiji and the Sage to Kitaro. Traded the Sage card. That's right, the Sage is out of place. Kaiji should have been a commoner the whole time. So why did Kaiji have the Sage at the time of the 4th trade? That must mean Kaiji's first card being the Keymaster. That was a lie. Kaiji had the Sage from the beginning. So his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning too. Which is why, the first trade, he could make me and this person the Keymaster trade. But if he did that, had he been lying to me this whole time? Are you really going to vote for So? Now? Something's not right. We should discuss this a little more. Stop it. Aren't you a candidate? You won't have to get picked. I'm afraid too, but I just get a weird feeling. Are we sure that So is really a commoner and the Kaiji is the Keymaster? Oh, you're exactly right. There's still mysteries remaining. The 5th trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? The other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah, meow. This fifth trade, we should talk about it some, woof. If by any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know. Shouldn't need any more discussion. Kaiji? Digging at bold conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, so, ooh, title drop. Drop. That's how this will end. No. We can't do that, Kaiji. As long as we have time, we should seek the truth. Alright. Let's do it. We'll discuss the roles of the four who were in the final vote. There's someone who moved Sarah's sacrifice with the fifth trade. Kaiji Shinogi is the key master. Something sacrifice. Is Lona really a commoner, meow? Should we believe that, Wolf? So, right? So was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice. In other words, Kana or now? Which of them would have the sacrifice? I don't believe it. Kaiji and Kyutaro were lying. Statement? The statement. So sacrifice should be so, Kana, or now. Kana's not in the final four. So we don't need to worry too much about that unless we can prove that it is her case. Tragic can choose either person or other person vote out as the commoner. Let's talk to this. Is there any possibility that his keymaster was sent somewhere else at some point? Yutaro's sage power should let him see the Kaiji's the keymaster. Then, is that possibility zero? This could be an incredibly long con, but I need to see more holes first. Just painful to think over it anymore. Vote for so. Let's end this, Sarah. Has to say, So fell for Kaiji's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card. He didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could have learned my card. I kept it on me at all times to avoid just that. Kept it tucked beneath my clothes. So didn't have a chance to do any tomfoolery. He's a commoner. His tablet, huh? Yep. Hey, Kyutaro, about that tablet. You were unconscious for a while, my guy. Kyutaro, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes? Yep. Take a look, it's right here. And when you woke up, where was it? On the table in the Last Supper room. On the table. I call that being off you, meow. Thank you, Gin. As I thought, that tablet Kyutaro has now is a spare. This tablet I picked up was lying near you when you were passed out. What do you say? I'd assume this is Kyutaro's original tablet. Question is, why was it lying on the floor? Because So took the tablet from Kyutaro. What? It had lacked my fingerprints, woof. Sure, but while near him, you could bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Kyutaro's finger to it. So we arrive at an outrageous truth. What do you mean by that? Depending on when So looked at the tablet, you might have seen through our entire strategy. What? The worst time for it would be after the fourth trade. That's when Kyutaro had the Sage and I had the Keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Kyutaro's Sage power to also know I was the Keymaster. So, has So just been acting fooled? Shoot, you got me. No, or not. What if I'm acting right now? Or maybe I'm telling the truth. So, why are you like this? It's like the meme of like the car like skidding into the exit lane, and like going straight ahead is just acting normal, and then the exit lane is just whatever in the world So is doing. Not good. Now there's the possibility that So has a sacrifice. It's no good. Guess not. You can vote for Kana or Miss now, whichever you like. Why you? Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who it's safe to vote for. We gotta find the one with the least chance of having the sacrifice. So Hero must be avoided at all costs. We don't know what he's thinking. But Between Bucket Girl and Big Sis now, is there any real difference, Woof? You need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice from Sarah in the 5th trade. Alright, let's talk about that one. If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer. So, had to make 2 trades. Or had enough to make 2 trades. We already know the one trade that Kaiju made, which was to swap Keymaster and Sage. So then... So could have made one at the very end, along with one he made to give the sacrifice to me originally. But then it wouldn't make sense for So to make the trade and trade sacrifice away from me who gave it to originally. But he also might not have known who had sacrificed by that point. Let's check on that. All I can think of is tokens, meow. Like a girl had a lot, and Big Sis now only had a little, woof. What do we even do now, meow? Yeah. Tokens. But I know the aim of the one who did the trade. What possibilities are there? Let's see. We just have to choose now. Between now and Kana. Okay, who can I put into conflict here? Certain amount of tokens. Or hell, all tokens. These two seem to be most related. Like Gin says, now hardly had any tokens. Surely she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice from Sarah. Then, is now the one with the least likelihood? Wait, please. This isn't right. Exists now? Least likelihood. Are you going to kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion. You're right, we can't end this discussion. You, what are you saying? I just remembered something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sarah, you know it too, don't you? Way for anyone to get tokens. By stealing tokens from Reiko's body. I knew you could do it. Big Sis now wouldn't do such a thing, meow. But it's true. When I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And now I was closely inspecting the Room of Lies. It ain't just now who could have done it. Couldn't any of us have gotten those tokens? In other words, everyone has the potential to possess the sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust. And that last action is going to be the key. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade? As in... just before the main game started, woof? Hope you can find the sacrifice. Okay. We have to determine based on So, Kana, and Nao's action at the time of the 5th trade. I was sitting on the stairs, thinking back on everything that had happened. I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Would you believe that? And I wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly. Did anybody see what the 3 were doing? I was moving rubber with Kaiji Shinogi. I didn't see what those 3 were up to. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits, meow. And you found a smartphone before we got knocked unconscious. I didn't see those 3, meow. Sorry, woof. Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching? Meow? Yeah? There's a smartphone on the stairs, woof. What? But it wouldn't even make calls. It was useless for escape, meow. That's important, though. But from the stairs to you about you sitting on the stairs. Hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true. Sarah, please save me. I'll also talk to you because you were in the room with the dial-up box. There's also a ring-up box right in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah? Can't take So's claim seriously. Let's see. From the side rebel. Hopefully he wasn't passed out. I should for not a second move that debris. All I can prove is Kaiji Shinogi's alibi. Why aren't you speaking? Are you hiding something, Kana? Eh? Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around then. Really, where were you? I, I mean, that I was looking for something I dropped. Something she dropped? Okay, now we have smartphone versus Kana. Kana, was it a smartphone you lost? How did you know? Sure enough, it's the same smartphone I found in Kana's first trial room. Again, tell me, where did you pick that up? It was a ways down the stairs, meow. Uh, how clumsy. Must have just dropped it from while we were all climbing the stairs, surely. Are you protecting Kana so? Me? Stick up for Kana? Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, So and Kana were walking in front. If she had dropped the phone then, everyone should have noticed. Eh. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. Ugh. What did she descend for? Why you tried to hide this, Kana? Because... Because Sarah! There's a message on this phone, meow. Right, that's what Kana's sister... Huh? It's a different message. Thank you. I love you, sister. Now it's Kana's turn to protect her big sister. Because that's how Kana can atone. Earlier, when Kana mentioned that there was one person that she wanted to save. And way earlier with Mishima, where she said that she saw Sarah as a kind of big sister. Okay. This... Please give that back. Hold on, did you write this, Kana? Kana's big sister is already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is... No way. Her sister in heaven. Surely not. Is that right, Kana? Your sister here is me? Yes. I know it's strange. Kana, the Kana you're... So you wanted to save Sarah that much? Yes. Hey, Kana. Was it you who traded away Sarah's sacrifice? To avoid using the ring-up box in the winner's room, you return to the third floor to trade. Hey now, you're talking like Kana's... Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sarah? That's... so... It's inconceivable. No, I don't want to conceive it. Deny it, Kana. What worthless reasoning. It's all a load of... No, it's all correct. You idiot, don't say anything. Kana did the fifth trade. She won't hide the truth anymore. Kana. Kana did it. She really did it to protect me. She took the sacrifice for herself. This is just the worst outcome. Such foolishness. So, you caught on at some point, didn't you? That's why you're trying to move the votes toward Kana. Shut up. Since there was no other way for Kana to survive, Please, wait! You listen carefully to what Kana has to say? Huh? With the fifth trade, Kana switched her card and Sarah's card. Okay. Once she knew escape wasn't possible anymore, she had no idea what to do. Then she looked at the phone. Seeing her sister's words calmed her heart, and she came to despise herself for not being able to do anything. This whole time, Kana had just kept betraying. Her sister, the others, Sarah. She just had a feeling that So had sent the sacrifice to Sarah. Kana doesn't get the complicated trade talk. She can't even reason out who gave who what. Even so, she was certain of just one thing. Because Sarah is so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone. Kana. 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 She didn't want to let Sarah die. And also, she didn't want to make So a murderer. That seemed more painful than her own death. So she traded her commoner for Sarah's sacrifice. But the card she received was a commoner. What? What's going on here, Kana? Kana doesn't understand either. She's sure she traded cards with Sarah, but it wasn't the sacrifice. Thinkable, what is Kana saying? It's all true, please believe me. At any rate, we just have to talk about Sarah's statement. Kana's statements. Can't believe Bucket Girl, woof. She's lying to try and confuse us, meow. Well, maybe Kana just messed up who she was trading with or something. Some unique situation that caused the roll to just disappear. Is that possible, I wonder? It was machine error. Maybe the tablet broke and the trade went wrong? And tell me, I wonder if So hacked the roll cards themselves. I don't know who to believe. I can't see through the truth in their hearts right now. Might just have to find the objective truth. Truth. Talk to you first. This might be an absurd opinion, but So was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? I wondered, did he hack the card data then? Is that even possible? Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but So who could cause an irregularity, is there? Someone who could cause an irregularity. Maybe the influence of So's hack can extend to the roll data or something. Some nice evidence would make that a whole lot more convincing. Too bad. Saying nothing. I can't read his thoughts as though that's a surprise? Since when could you read thoughts? I don't know how the ring-up boxes work, but if you just say names into the receiver, there could be mistakes. Yet my sacrifice is definitely moved. Ugh. But in Kana's mistake, then maybe the floor master purposefully changed the destination. Something like that. Gashu changed the trade? Come to think. Wasn't Miley talking about some transgression of Gashu's just before the main game? And also, who was it talking about irregularity? Yeah, it's you. And you. There was a possibility. Something separate from So's hacking. And an irregularity that definitely occurred. A transgression by Floor Master Gashu. Eh? Excuse me? Remember what Miley said before the main game. Gashu, you're listening? You really gone and mucked things up. Made a flagrant transgression. One that shakes the very core of the main game. And despite being such a huge transgression, it hasn't shown itself at all thus far. And now, this illogical movement of the cards that's tormenting us. Could this very issue be Gashu's transgression? We believe Kana. That's the only explanation. Does Uncle Crabstash manipulate the movement of the cards, meow? But for the Floor Master, what would be the merit of doing that? Well, there was some sort of merit. That's why Gashu pushed us through the argument. I see. If his goal could be made clear, maybe we'd know. We moved the sacrifice to that. Quite the off-mark inference. Is it alright for you to be using your time on this? Gashu. If you haven't engaged in any misconduct, then promise us. I know the Floor Master's code. If we can expose your transgression, this main game won't count. We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. Aha. Ha 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 ha. You just know everything, don't you? As to be expected from Miss Sarah Chiduin. Promise or no promise, I'll simply carry out my duty as per the code. Oh, you for real? He said it. Within 24 hours we could even reattempt our escape. But are you certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time to spend on other reasoning. It's okay. This new possibility we've spun, this theory wasn't being directed at Gashu. So, please tell us the truth. Huh? The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll cards, so? If we know whether that claim is true or not, we can fight. I'll combine forces to win an extension. Kana. Yes? You really don't have the sacrifice? It's okay. Kana really doesn't have the sacrifice. I see. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. So? That's the truth, Miss Sarah. No lies, no tricks. Alright? quit deceiving each other. I'm sorry, let me just quickly check. We can see his hands, so we know he's not crossed his fingers behind his back. But probably all of his toes are crossed in some way. Let's work to expose Gashu's transgression. Just what I wanted to hear. This is a turning point in our destiny. A path we could never have reached if we were trapped by endless suspicion. A path of us all trusting each other and battling kidnappers head on. Together, we'll expose Gashu's misdeed. As the background changes and the music gets wild. See. I'm probably going to skip through these quick, brief things, save and end here for today, and then next time we'll pick up with, looking at what everyone's saying. Because I don't know how long this is going to take to reach a resolution, and the voices does get hard on my throat, so I'm going to call it here. But we got to the main game. Fun things going on. A bit more revealed about Kaiji, his backstory. So still just being the most aggravating little. But it's fine. Love him anyway. I don't know who's going to die. We're going to get a second attempt next time. Then will all the roll cards be randomized? Or will we be able to keep all the information we have so far? I'm not sure. But that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care. Next time.